Hey guys, today we will solve some questions of exercise 3.2 and we'll solve it via these slides. I will explain you the process, the whole steps, okay? So let's start. So first we will solve the question number 2 of exercise 3.2 and your question number 2 is this. We have two matrices of order 2 by 2. This is your first matrix and this is your second matrix, and order of the both is 2 by 2, and we have to add these matrices. So since the order are same of both the matrices, we can easily add them, and during the addition we have to add the corresponding elements. So suppose that if this matrix is A and this matrix is B, then the A11 will be added with the B11, A12 will be added with B12, and similarly A21 will be added with B21, and A22 will be added with B22. Alright, so this is what the process looks like. After adding corresponding elements, this is the required matrix that we will receive, and you can clearly see the formulas of A plus B whole square and B plus C whole square and A minus B whole square and A minus C whole square. Okay, and after that we will simply write the identities, and that's it. The question is completed. Simple. Let's move on to the next question. We have two matrices of order 3 by 3, square matrices हैं दोनों, and we have to add these. Again we will add the corresponding elements. If this is the A matrix and this is the B matrix, then this element will be added with this element, and this element will be added with this element, this element will be added with this element, and so on. And this is what the addition will look like. -1 is added with 12, 4 is added with 7, -6 is added with 6, 8 is added with 8, and so on. Again, during the addition and subtraction, the order of the resulting matrix is equal to the order of the matrix who were added or subtracted. So if we are adding two matrices of order 3 by 3, then the resulting matrix will also be of the order 3 by 3. And after done adding them, this is the result that we will receive. Simple addition, simple logic. Okay. Let's move on. We have to compute the products now. Now this is the tricky part. We have these two matrices and we have to multiply them. Now before we start multiplying these two matrices, we have to first make sure whether we can multiply it or not. Okay, so these two are the matrices, and how do we decide that the given matrices can be multiplied or not? We decide it by checking their order. So this is the order of the first matrix, this is the order of the second matrix, and the number of number of columns of the first matrix is equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. Since these two numbers are equal, we can easily multiply them. Okay, so when we will multiply them, what will be the order of the resulting matrix? The order of the resulting matrix will be 3 by 3. Okay, so this will be the resulting matrix, and what we will do, we will multiply the first element. We will multiply the first row with the first column, then we will multiply the first row with the second column, and then we will multiply the first row with the third column, and then we will get the resulting 3 elements in the first row. Simple. 1 is multiplied with 2, then 1 is multiplied with 3, then 1 is multiplied with 4, and we got the 3 elements of the resulting matrix. Next we will multiply the second row with the first column, then with the second column, and then with the third column, and we will get the second row of the resulting matrix. 2 is multiplied with 2, this here is multiplied with 2 to give us this, then this row is multiplied with this to give us 2 multiplied 3, and then this 2 is multiplied with 4 to give us this element. And similarly we will do the last. This third row will be multiplied with first column, then second column, and third column, and we will get the elements in the third row. Okay, and after solving it, this will be the resulting matrix. So the multiplication of these two matrices will give us this matrix. Okay, let's move on. Now this is our next question. We have two matrices of order 3 by 3 and we have to multiply them. Okay, so just using the last procedure, how do we check whether a matrix can be multiplied together or not? We can easily conclude that these two matrices can be multiplied together and the order of the resulting matrix will be 3 by 3. Okay, we can clearly see that both the matrices are square matrices, and since the number of columns of the first row is equal to the number of rows of the first matrix is equal to, oh damn it, I'm really sorry, I'm just getting stuck here. The number of columns of the first matrix is equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. Therefore these two matrices can be multiplied together and the order of the resulting matrix will be 3 by 3. So let's start multiplying them. This will be our resulting matrix of order 3 by 3 and therefore the first row will be multiplied with the first column. Okay, so 2 multiply 1 plus 3 multiply 0 plus 4 multiply 3 and we will get our first element. Then this first row will be multiplied with the second column and then this first row will be multiplied with the third column and we will get the first row of the resulting matrix. Okay, so when we are multiplying second row with the second column to get this element here, okay, the 2 multiplied by minus 3 plus 3 multiplied by 2 plus 4 multiplied by 0, and we are doing the first row and third column. So 2 is multiplied with 5 plus 3 is multiplied with 4 plus 4 is multiplied with 5. Okay, we will use the same procedure for the second row, first column. Then we will multiply second row with the second column, and then we will multiply the second row with the third column. Okay, and we will get our second row of the resulting matrix. Similarly, we will multiply the elements of the third row with the first column of the second matrix. Then we will multiply the third row with the second column of the matrix. Then we will multiply the third row with the third column of the matrix, and after the multiplication these will be the last 3 elements in the last row. Okay, so again the same procedure is same. For the last row, 4 is multiplied with 1 plus 5 is multiplied with 0 plus 6 will be multiplied with 3, and that will make this element. For the second element, this one, we will do third row multiply second column. So 4 will be multiplied with minus 3, 5 will be multiplied with 2 and 6 will be multiplied with 0, and the same will be for the third column, and we will get a third element here, and we will get this element after multiplying third row with the third column. Okay, and after the whole solving and adding and subtraction and multiplication, this will be the resulting matrix that we will obtain. Okay, so after multiplying these two matrices, we will get this resulting matrix. Okay, so that's the procedure. Let's move on. Now we will solve question number 5, and this is your question number 5. We have a matrix A and we have a matrix B, and we have to compute this value 3A minus 5B. So the matrix A is multiplied with 3 and the matrix B is multiplied with 5, and then we subtract these two matrices. So we have to use the concept of scalar multiplication of the matrices and then the subtraction of the matrices. Okay, so first our task is to compute what will be the value of 3A and 5B. So this is what 3A minus 5B look like. 3, and this is the matrix A, minus 5, and this is the matrix B. So what will happen, each element of this matrix will be multiplied with 3 and each element of this matrix will be multiplied with 5, and then we will subtract them. Okay, so after multiplying each element with the 3, each element of the first matrix with the 3 and each element of the second matrix with the 5, these will be the resulting matrices that we will get. This is the 3A and this is the 5B, and now we are subtracting them. Okay, So you know how the subtraction works. The order of both the matrices are the same, so they can be easily subtracted from one another. And the subtraction in this यहाँ पे we will just subtract the corresponding elements of second matrix from the elements of the first matrix. So 2 will be subtracted from 2, and 3 will be subtracted from 3, and 5 will be subtracted from 5, and so on. So this is what it will look like. Okay, 1 is subtracted from 1 to get us this, then 2 is subtracted from 2 to give us this, 4 is subtracted from 4 to give us this, and the same is for the last row, elements of the last row of both the matrices. After subtraction, we will get the answers are 0, 0, 0 in every row and every column. So that means the result of the 3a minus 5b is a 0 matrix of order 3 by 3. Okay, so okay, it's done, solved. Let's move on. So this is our question number 7. We have something question like linear equations in two variables, but in place of constant c here, we have a matrix of order 2 by 2 in both the cases. So 2x plus 3y is equal to this matrix, and 3x plus 2y is equal to this matrix, and we have to find what will be the values of the x and y. So we will use the elimination method, simple and sober. What we will do, we will try to eliminate one of the variables given here. We can either eliminate x or we can eliminate y, and we will use the elimination method that we have learned in class 10th. So this is your equation 1, let's say, and this is your equation 2. What we will do, we will multiply the equation 1 by 3 and we will multiply the equation 1 by 2. So if we multiply equation 1 by 3, we will get 6x here, यहाँ पे, and if we will multiply equation 2 by 2, we will get 6x here. So we are trying to eliminate x, and if we try to eliminate x, we have to make the coefficients of the x equal in both the cases. So we will get 6x here and 6x here after this operation, and then we will subtract them. Okay, elimination method. So this is what it will look like. 3 first equation minus 2 second equation is equal to 3 multiply right hand side of the first equation minus 2 right hand side of the second equation. Okay, this is what we will get after we open the brackets. So obviously this will become 6x plus 9y, this will become minus 6x minus 4y. Each element is multiplied by 3, scalar multiplication, we will get this, minus each element here is multiplied by 2, and we get here the scalar multiplication. After solving here, 6x will be eliminated, 9y minus 4y is 5y. After subtracting the corresponding elements in both the matrices, this is what we will receive. Obviously 6 minus 4 is 2, and 9 minus 4 is 13, and 12 minus 2 is 14, and 0 minus 10 is obviously minus 10. So just simple subtraction. We have to find the value of y, but यहाँ पे 5y लिखा है. So what we will do, we will divide both sides of this equation with 5. Okay, so if we divide this by 5, we will get y, and if we divide this matrix with 5, then each element of these matrix will be divided by 5. This is how the scalar multiplication and division works. So we will get 2 by 5, 13 by 5, 14 by 5, and obviously minus 10 by 5 will give us minus 2. So we got the value of y. Now what we will do, we will put this value of y in, let's say, equation 1. Okay, so we will be putting value of y in equation 1, and we will get, so obviously 2x plus 3y, this is the value we found, is equal to this. Okay, again same procedure, we will multiply each of the element of this matrix with 3, and after that we will take this resulting matrix to the right hand side. यहाँ पे प्लस है, राइट हैंड साइड पे जाते ही मैट्रिक्स क्या हो जाएगी, माइनस की हो जाएगी, एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग 2x प्लस दिस मैट्रिक्स एंड माइनस दिस मैट्रिक्स, जो कि यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई करके हम लोगों ने राइट हैंड साइड में पहुँचा दी है. After that, again both the matrices are of order 2 by 2, so we will just subtract the corresponding elements from one another. 6 by 5 will be subtracted from 2 and 39 by 5 will be subtracted from 3 and so on. सामने 2x अभी भी है, we will just be expanding this thing, okay? And after the subtraction of the corresponding elements and solving them, this will be what we will get as the value of 2x, because यहाँ पे हम लोग 2x को ही solve कर रहे हैं. After that, this is 2x, but we have to find the value of x. So what we will do, we will divide this and this, means both sides of the equation will be divided by 2. So if 2x will be divided by 2, this is what we will get. And if each element of this matrix is divided by 2, this is what we will get. Okay, simple division. And after that, we have concluded, we have found both the values of the x and y, and our question is solved. Okay, move on guys. So this is your question number 10th. We have to solve these equation for the value of x, y, z and t. So okay, we can see here scalar multiplication, this case and then in this case and in this case, and then obviously we have to use the concept of the two equal matrices. When two matrices are equal, each corresponding elements are also equal, something like that. So let's solve this. This is what we have to compute, and this is what we will get. After multiplying each element of this matrix with 2, this is what we will get. Plus, after multiplying each element of this matrix with 3, this is what we will get. Equal to, and after multiplying each element of this matrix with 3, this is what we will receive. Okay, on the left hand side we have to do the addition of two matrices, so we will add them. This is what we will get on the left hand side and on the right hand side. On the left hand side, 2x plus 3, 2z minus 3, 2y plus 0 and 2t plus 6. Right hand side will remain unaffected. Now, if two matrices are equal, these are two equal matrices. The order of both the matrices are equal. Both matrices are of the order 2 by 2. So we can easily say that their corresponding elements will also be equal. So 2x plus 3 will be equal to 9, and 2z minus 3 will be equal to 15, and 2y plus 0 equals to 12, and 2t plus 6 is equal to 18. And after solving this will be the resulting value of x, y, z and t. Okay, so pretty simple guys. Now question number 13. Now this is a tricky one. We have the function fx, and that function is actually a matrix. Fx is equal to this matrix, okay, cos x minus sin x 0, and the function fx is a matrix of order 3 by 3. It's a square matrix, and we have to show that fx multiply fy is equal to fx plus y. Okay, so first we will do fx multiply fy. So fx तो unaffected रहेगा, वैसे लिखा जाएगा. fy लिखने के लिए we have to just replace each x here with y. Okay, so this is how we can easily get fy from fx. Again यहाँ पे बेटा multiplication है, and both the matrices are of order 3 by 3, and then therefore we can multiply these two matrices, and the order of the resulting matrix will also be 3 by 3. Again the same procedure. First row is multiplied with the first column, then first row is multiplied with the second column, and then first row is multiplied with the third column. ठीक है, corresponding elements of the first row is multiplied with corresponding elements of the first column, then elements of the first row is multiplied with the elements of the second column, and the same is for the third column. And after multiplication, this is what we will get. Okay, the same for the second row. Multiply first column, then second row multiply second column, and then second row multiply third column, and we will get our second row. Okay, and now time for the third row. First column, and then third row second column, and then third row third column, and after multiplication this is what we'll get. Okay, so yeah, and that will be our resulting matrix. Now this is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. You can easily see the formula. So this is the formula for cos x minus y. Simple formula. If we take the minus common from here, I will get sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, and that will be formula for the sin x plus y. This is 0. This again is sin x cos y plus cos x sin y, the formula for sin x plus y. And this is cos x cos y minus sin x sin y, and the formula for this identity written here is cos x plus y. So these are the formulas that we have studied in the trigonometry section of the class 11th. So if you pay attention, this looks exactly like fx plus y. Okay, and therefore it's proven that fx multiply fy is equal to the fx plus y. Solved. Move on. Now time for the question 15. We have the matrix A given to us, and with the help of this matrix we have to find the value of this let's say function or identity written here. Okay, we have to find the value of the a square minus 5a plus 6i using only this. So what we will do, we will firstly find the value of a square, and then we will find the value of 5a, and then we will find the value of 6i, and then just we will put them together and solve it. First we have to find the value of a square. So a square का मतलब a multiply a. So that's what we are doing. We are multiplying the matrix A with matrix A. And I am not going to go into detail beta यहाँ पे of the multiplication because I have already explained how it works. First row, first column, and then first row, second column, and then the first row, third column. The same goes for the second row and third row. So I'm just going to simply write the answer here. This is what the a square we'll get after the multiplication of these two. Okay, and then you simply solve it. A square minus 5a plus 6i. So this is the a square minus 5 multiply this is the a plus 6i. I is the identity matrix, and identity matrix, since we are subtracting and adding, we have to make sure the identity matrix are of the same order of this and this, and since the order of both of these, this and this, are 3 by 3, and therefore the order of the identity matrix will also be 3 by 3. So yep, multiplying each element with 5, multiplying each element with 6, this remain unchanged, and this is what I'll get. A square minus 5a plus 6i. Okay, since all the matrices are of the order 3 by 3, we can easily add or subtract their corresponding elements. So we will get 5 minus 10 plus 6, okay, something like this, minus 1 minus 0 plus 0, 2 minus 5 plus 0, just adding and subtracting corresponding elements. Okay, 9 minus 10 plus 0, minus 2 minus 5 plus 6, and so on. And after adding and subtracting, this will be our answer. So a square minus 5a plus 6i is this. That was the result here. Okay, solved. Let's move on. Okay, tricky question. Question number 18. We have the matrix A given to us, and we have the matrix I. I is the identity matrix of order 2, and we have to prove this, that the I plus A is equal to I minus A multiply this matrix. So we have to prove that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So again we have to do the subtraction and the multiplication of the matrices, something that we have already done. So let's get started. First we will solve the LHS. So I is a matrix of order 2 by 2, so remember that. So this is what we'll get. This is the identity matrix of order 2 by 2, and we have to add this with the matrix A. So after adding this, this is what we'll get. adding the corresponding elements, 1 plus 0, 0 plus minus tan alpha, and 0 plus tan alpha by 2, and 1 plus 0. This will be the result. So this is the LHS, sorry, and now it's time to solve the RHS. So RHS is this I minus a and cos alpha minus sin alpha, something like that. First we have to compute this. इसकी वैल्यू फाइंड करते हैं, I minus a क्या होगा. So this is your I minus a, ठीक है, I minus a, matrix A, and then we will multiply this matrix with this matrix, okay, right here. Now let's get started. Now we have to solve this bracket. Obviously इस bracket को solve करना पड़ेगा हमें. And how do we solve this bracket? By subtracting this matrix from this matrix, and after subtracting this bracket, after solving this bracket, this is the matrix that will receive, okay. And now we have to multiply this matrix that we have received after solving this bracket by this matrix that is written here, okay. So now let's get started. Let's multiply them. Obviously we can easily calculate that the order of the resulting matrix after multiplying these two will be 2 by 2, okay. So now, okay, again the same procedure. First row multiplied with first column, and then first row is multiplied with the second column. So after multiplying first row with the first column, this is what we will get. 1 multiply cos alpha plus tan alpha by 2 multiply sin alpha. Pretty simple. Now the first column row here will be multiplied with the second column here, and this is what we will get. 1 multiply minus sin alpha plus tan alpha by 2 multiplied by cos alpha, written here, okay. Now the second row when multiplied with the first column will give us this element, and the second row multiplied with the second column will give us this element, okay. And now here things get tricky. Now we will write tan alpha by 2 in the form of sin theta upon cos theta. So we know that the formula of tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. So tan alpha by 2 can be changed into here sin alpha by 2 divided by cos alpha by 2. So जहाँ जहाँ tan alpha by 2 था हम लोगों ने उसको sin theta upon cos theta की फॉर्म में लिख दिया है, okay. Now we have to take minus common from this. Everything else will remain unchanged, but इस यहाँ से हम लोग क्या करेंगे, minus common ले लेंगे. After taking these negative common, this is what we will get. And now we will start taking the LCM. We will start adding them after taking the LCM. So obviously if we solve this after taking the LCM and factorization and everything, this is what we will get. After taking LCM and subtracting them, this is what we'll get, and the same is true for this here and this here, okay. Just with a basic LCM taking procedure. Okay, now I can clearly see that something like this is alpha and alpha by 2 को मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए भूल जाता हूँ. I will call them A and B. So this looks cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, okay. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So I think this looks the formula of cos A minus B, and the same is true for here. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, and this looks like the formula of sin A minus B. And the same is true for here. We'll get some formula here, and the same is true for here. We'll get some formula here. So after just writing down their formulas, their respective formulas, this is what we will receive. This is the formula for cos A minus B, and A here is alpha and B here is alpha by 2. So cos A minus B will look something like this. This is the identity for the sin A minus B, and the sin A here is alpha and B here is alpha by 2. Received this. यहाँ पे बेटा we have sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. This is the formula for sin A minus B, and A here is alpha and B here is alpha by 2, and the same is true for last one. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, formula for cos A minus B, where A is alpha and B is alpha by 2. So these are beta identities that you have studied in class 11th. So if you're getting confused here, beta, go back to the books of the class 11, just refresh your formulas, and that's it. After solving these bracket, I will get cos alpha by 2. After solving this bracket, I will get minus sin alpha by 2. After solving this bracket, I will get sin alpha by 2, and after solving this, I will get cos alpha by 2. And after doing every multiplication and subtraction and taking the formulas, this is what we will get. Because यहाँ पे बेटा cos alpha by 2 आ रहा है numerator, और denominator में भी cos alpha by 2 है, so this and this will be cancelled out, we will get 1. यहाँ पे बेटा माइनस साइन अल्फा बाई 2 आएगा ऊपर, और डिनोमिनेटर में है cos अल्फा बाई 2, तो साइन अल्फा बाई 2 अपॉन cos अल्फा बाई 2 कैन बी इजीली रिटन एज tan अल्फा बाई 2. यहाँ पे बेटा न्यूमरेटर आएगा साइन अल्फा बाई 2, डिनोमिनेटर है cos अल्फा बाई 2. आफ्टर सॉल्विंग दिस साइन थीटा अपॉन cos थीटा विल गेट tan अल्फा बाई 2, एंड द सेम इज फॉर द लास्ट वन. द न्यूमरेटर इज cos अल्फा बाई 2, द डिनोमिनेटर इज ऑल्सो cos अल्फा बाई 2, एंड आफ्टर कैंसलिंग देम आउट वी विल गेट 1. सो इफ़ यू रिमेंबर बेटा, हमारा जो ऊपर RHS आया था, दैट वाज द एग्जैक्टली द सेम. सो LHS सॉल्व करके भी सेम आ रहा है. सो वी जस्ट कंक्लूडेड दैट द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड इज इक्वल टू राइट हैंड साइड इन दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, ट्रिकी वन, ना समझ में आया बेटा एक बार फिर से देख लेना. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू आवर लास्ट क्वेश्चन हियर. वी हैव अ ट्रस्ट फंड, and trust fund has 30,000 rupees, and that rupees must be invested in two different bonds. Okay, so पहले bond पे you are getting 5% interest rate every year, and second bond पे you are getting 7% interest rate every year. We have to use the matrix multiplication to determine here that how much should we invest in both the bonds. ठीक है, such that the total interest that we earn from our investment is 18,000, and from then we have to calculate the same for the rupees 20,000 interest rate. Okay, so the total money that we have in our trust fund is 30,000, and we have to divide that money into two bonds. एक पैसे हमको, एक पार्ट जो है उसको 5% इंटरेस्ट रेट वाले बॉन्ड पे लगाना है, और एक जो पार्ट है उसका वो 7% इंटरेस्ट रेट वाले बॉन्ड पे लगाना है. एंड लेट दैट द अमाउंट दैट वी इन्वेस्ट इन आवर फर्स्ट बॉन्ड इज x, एंड देयरफॉर द रिमेनिंग जो अमाउंट बचेगा हमारा 30,000 माइनस x, वो हम लोग सेकेंड बॉन्ड पे इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. ओके, and we have to make a total interest of 1800. I'm sorry मैंने यहाँ पे 18,000 कहा था, but that is 1800. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Investment in bond multiply annual interest rate should be equal to the 18,000. Okay, so है ये कि हमने जितना भी पैसा लगाया दोनों बॉन्ड पे, उसका जो इंटरेस्ट रेट आ रहा है साल में, वो हमें कितना चाहिए, 1800. सॉरी, नॉट 1000, 1800. So बेटा we have to use यहाँ पे matrix multiplication. Okay, so we have two amounts, x and 30,000 minus x. We have two interest rate, 5% and 7%, and इस मनी को इस अलग अलग इंटरेस्ट रेट वाले बॉन्ड्स पे इन्वेस्ट करना है, और इस हिसाब से इन्वेस्ट करना है कि हमें इंटरेस्ट कितना मिले, 1800. तो हमें पता लगाना है कि पहले बॉन्ड पे कितना इन्वेस्ट करें और दूसरे बॉन्ड पे कितना इन्वेस्ट करें. सो अगर यहाँ पे बेटा कंफ्यूजन हो तो ज़रा ये ध्यान रखो कि हमें फाइनली कैलकुलेट क्या करना है. वी हैव टू जस्ट कंप्यूट दैट इक्वल टू 1800, एंड 1800 इज़ अ मैट्रिक्स ऑफ 1 by 1. तो अब हमें सोचना पड़ेगा कि ये जो मैट्रिक्स है, हमारे पास दो अमाउंट है, और इस मैट्रिक्स को अगर हम लोग अरेंज करें, सो वी विल गेट समथिंग मैट्रिक्स जिसमें दो एलिमेंट होंगे. And the same is for the interest rate. We have two interest rates, so we have to think that how can we arrange these two elements in a matrix, and again these two elements in a matrix such that the multiplication of both of these will give us a matrix of order 1 by 1. Okay, this is what we have to think. So the order of the first matrix here is 1 by 2, so it has first row and 2 columns. The order of the second matrix here is 2 by 1, it have 2 rows and 1 column. And if you multiply these two matrices after arranging it like that, ध्यान रखना यहाँ पे arrangement is very important. You have to arrange these two matrices like that बिकॉज अगर हम इन दोनों मेट्रिसेस को ऐसे अरेंज करके आपस में मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे देन दिस कैन बी इजीली मल्टीप्लाइड बिकॉज यहाँ पे 2 and 2 सेम है. एंड आफ्टर मल्टीप्लाइंग दीज टू मेट्रिसेस द रिजल्टिंग मैट्रिक्स दैट वी विल गेट विल बी ऑफ द ऑर्डर 1 by 1. और जो हमें इक्वल लाना है वो भी क्या है, एक ही है, यूनिक 1800. 1800 को बेटा अगर आप मैट्रिक्स में अरेंज करना चाहें दिस इज व्हाट द मैट्रिक्स दैट वी विल गेट. ओके, तो ध्यान तुम लोग को ये रखना है कि दो मैट्रिसेस जो हमें थी जिसमें इतने इतने एलिमेंट्स थे उसको किस हिसाब से अरेंज करें कि उनको मल्टीप्लाई भी कर सकें हम लोग, और मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद जो आंसर आए दैट विल बी ऑफ द ऑर्डर दिस ऑर्डर रिटन हियर. That was the tricky part, very tricky part. So but the more questions that you will solve, the more easy it will get for you. Okay, so that's simple. We have to do the matrix multiplication here, और सामने 1800 लिखा है. So I'm just going to roll over everything. X will be multiplied with 5 and this 13,000 minus X will be multiplied by 7% here and equal to 1800 है बेटा सामने 1800. After solving, because यहाँ के बेटा LHS को solve करके after we will solve the left hand side, LHS को सॉल्व करके हमारे पास जो मैट्रिक्स आएगी वो मैट्रिक्स ऑर्डर 1 by 1 की होगी, और हमारे राइट हैंड साइड पे भी कौन सी मैट्रिक्स है 1 by 1 की है. तो 1 by 1 वाली मैट्रिक्स को आप 1 by 1 वाली मैट्रिक्स से कंपेयर कर सकते हो. सो दैट वन एलिमेंट यहाँ पे विल बी इक्वल टू दी 1800. एंड आफ्टर सॉल्विंग दिस एंड डूइंग ऑल द मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड सब्ट्रैक्शन दैट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स दैट विल गेट 15,000. तो आपको 5% वाले जो बॉन्ड है उस पर आपको 15,000 रुपये इन्वेस्ट करने हैं, और जो सेकंड आपका जो अमाउंट आएगा 13,000 माइनस एक्स दैट विल ऑल्सो बी 15,000. ओके, एक्स की जगह 15,000 रख के आप लोग अगर ये सॉल्व करो तो पहला अमाउंट भी आएगा फर्स्ट बॉन्ड में 15,000 और दूसरा अमाउंट जो आएगा सेकंड बॉन्ड वाला वो भी आएगा 15,000. सो हम लोग को 5% और 7% वाले बॉन्ड पे दोनों में 15,000 रुपये इन्वेस्ट करने पड़ेंगे ताकि एक साल में हमारे पास 1800 इन्वेस्टमेंट इंटरेस्ट रेट आए. ओके, so that's it guys, this is solved. Thank you so much for listening. If you don't understand anything, again rewatch the whole video again. I think that will be easy. Thank you so much. Bye bye.